All right, everybody, we're sitting up here in my boss's office in New York. We hijacked his office, and it's me and Tessa.
Hi.
Everybody knows Tessa by now. Tessa, you are officially working for Spill.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You don't look like you're like, yeah, that's awesome.
No. What do you want me to do? Jumping jacks in the office?
Hell yeah, I want you to do jumping jacks. And by the way, I don't want you to tell my boss that we had sex in his office. Okay,
Nope.
All right, don't let him know.
Lips
all
are
right?
sealed.
Wipe the ass marks off the desk. Well, what we're here to do is record for what are we talking about? Repo, the genetic opera.
Yeah.
The genetic opera.
Yeah.
So now, people, let me tell you something. This is New York, so outside you might hear taxis. There's a subway below us that's like 2 stories below us, and you can still hear that shit.
Yeah.
You might hear a mugging outside. So
More than likely.
yeah, a gunshot. So and it just, if you hear noises, that's what it is. But we're not gonna worry about that right now. We're here to talk about Repo, the genetic opera.
Yes, yes.
So I like the concept of this
Yeah.
movie. It's it's about people who, and it's the near future.
Yes.
2058 to be exact.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
More
I
or
didn't
less.
even see this shit. I know more about it than you do, probably. No, so organ failure is epidemic at the time.
Yep.
And so people are kind of leasing body parts now, organs and whatnot. But when you lease, now I know Obama just got elected president, but black people know about leasing. If you when you lease something and you don't pay for it, they come and repossess it. Yeah,
Yes.
the repo man comes and gets it. So they do the same thing with organs. You don't pay on those organs, somebody comes and I guess slaughters you and takes the organs and maybe takes a little bit more.
It's a little graphic too. Yeah. It's good.
Really? So this is a
yeah.
horror musical then?
More or less. Yeah. It's really graphic. I wasn't really expecting that. I sort of pictured, like TV, the TV gore and stuff. And I go in and like people's throats are getting slit
Really?
and like heads are exploding and like guts are ripped open. It's crazy.
Heads are exploding.
Yes. Yeah,
I mean, that's when
crazy.
that's just going too far when
Yeah.
heads are exploding.
It's insane.
I heard there's people getting disemboweled. And
Oh yeah. And it's very graphic too. Yeah.
I see, how does that work? Because if you're ruining the organs when you take
Yeah.
them back if you're killing
That's
somebody
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
I don't know why he's doing that. Like, he cuts them from the stomach. Like, the perfect example is this guy is leasing kidneys. So instead of going from the back like he normally would, he goes through the stomach. And it's like, dude, you're ruining everything else. Like, I don't know why you do that. But
I don't either. But I mean,
he's
apparently
a pro. He's a pro.
That don't sound too pro to me.
Well, I mean, they hired him to do it, so he's got to have a little talent.
So then the guy who's doing this
Yeah.
is actually not okay. Let's get one thing clear, people. I didn't see the movie. Tess went to go see it,
I did.
and so there's a lot of interesting people in this movie. We have now the Repo guy himself. That's the guy who played the doctor in Buffy the Vampire
Yes.
Slayer, the professor. Who's the guy?
His name is Anthony Stewart Head.
So that's his real name.
His real name.
Anthony
I swear.
Sorehead.
Anthony Stewart Head.
Oh, Stewart Head.
Stewart Head.
I was
Yeah.
saying, that's a porn star name.
Dude, but either way, like, I couldn't even make up that name if I tried. That's a crazy name.
I like Anthony Sorehead better.
Yeah, I do too, actually. That's good.
That's me every weekend. Korey and Spill. No, so we have that guy, and then we have like Paul Sorvino, Mira Sorvino's father. We haven't seen that guy in a long time. All of a sudden, he's popping up in
He's
Repo.
Pavarotti in this movie, man.
He's singing his ass off in this movie.
I would never imagine the voice like that you hear in the movie coming out of that man. Like, you always see him as playing this, like,
Gangsters.
gangsta mob guy.
He was in Goodfellas.
And it's like his voice is like Pavarotti style, and it's awesome. Like, you can't. But the thing is, of course, you can't understand anything he's saying because it's opera. But I'm just like, what?
I'm gonna stab you in the ass.
Yeah,
really?
pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
And then probably the most high profile. Oh, see, here you go. That rumble, you feel it? There it
There's
is,
the
people.
rumbling of New York. Yeah.
So probably the most high profile person in this movie, the one who's doing the most press, the one people are really looking at, is Paris Hilton. So who does she play in this movie?
She actually plays Paul Sorvino's daughter, Amber Sweet. But in the play, it's Heather Sweet. For some reason, they changed the name because it was a play before it was a movie.
Oh, so this is based on a play.
Yeah, the guy who directed the movie actually co-wrote the play with one of the characters.
Do you know who this is? Because
his name is Darren Lynn Bousman. He did Saw 2. He wrote and directed Saw 2.
3 and 4, I
and
think.
3 and 4, yeah.
See, I know a little something
Yeah,
too. I
yeah.
know a little something about this movie stuff.
Yeah, this is like his baby. So probably he made the other 3 movies to get the funding to do this one. That's my guess. And totally worth it.
Okay,
totally worth the crap of the Saw.
Okay, now we need to get down.
Yes.
We need to get down to some real hardcore
Yeah.
journalism here. Okay,
Okay.
You didn't know I had a journalism degree.
Oh,
did you?
hey, me too.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get
All
down
right.
to this then. By the way, I don't have a journalism degree, but I learned on the streets. Okay, so
Street journalism is best
exactly.
anyway. Yeah.
All right. So here's some hard cracking questions right here. Do you normally like shitty movies?
Depends.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
If they're like 80s horror movies, absolutely. If they're like Lifetime movies, which this has its moments, let me tell you, not so much. So it really depends. Like, it sort of depends on what shitty movies you're talking about.
Well,
I
I'm talking
guess.
about this shitty movie right here, Repo. Because okay,
No.
look, okay, I'm just going to tell you. I went through and saw some of the ratings for it because I was going
Yeah.
to go with you this morning, and then I saw the ratings and the reviews, and all of them, pretty much all of them, except for maybe 2 people, have said that this is bad.
I actually have to disagree.
Oh, you have to disagree.
Yeah,
Who
I
are
do.
you to disagree?
That's my job in life, is to disagree. I'm the rebel, the black
Sorry.
sheep.
No, I'm the black sheep. All right,
I'm the white black sheep.
You're the white. You're the new white shadow. Okay.
Well, that's good. That works.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, what did you like about this movie?
Okay, first of all, I have to say I hate musicals. Hate them. Rocky Horror. I can't stand it.
Uh-oh.
But that's mostly because my friends in high school were really obsessed with it, so I was burnt out on it very quickly. Just Mamma Mia made me want to cringe just watching the trailers for it. So I'm not into musicals. I don't do musicals. And
But
so
you love horror.
I do love horror. That's my specialty in life. But
Ooh.
of course, I was automatically drawn to this movie because of that. And I was like, oh, but it's a musical. I don't want to see a musical. But to be entirely honest, it's really catchy. The songs are there's such a mesh of songs. Like, you do have straight up opera. You have a lot of like the musical-esque, when you think of musical theater, there's a lot of songs in there that are like that. But at the same time, you have like this throwback to like 90s alternative music and even like some 80s stuff. And so it's like there's a little something for everyone. And it was really interesting because it
all meshed together well.
perfectly. And I was
okay.
like, what? Like 1 second they're doing like some operatic thing and then they go into like this almost like Tool sounding song and you're like, what?
Look what I've become. It's me she must escape. I'm only living out a lie.
No, but it was perfect.
Sounds gay, but okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But okay, so you like the music,
Yeah.
the gore in it. Apparently, you like.
well, of course.
What was the goriest scene in this?
Oh my.
I mean, I don't want to put any spoilers out there, but you
Yeah.
want just to give a hint of how bad this movie is with the gore.
Yeah.
What's the worst part? Did anything make you actually cringe in this?
Well, it takes a lot to make me cringe, but there was a part where it was kind of like a heap of dead bodies that the Repo Man had gone through, and like it was like warehouse full. I mean, it was crazy how many there were, and they were all gutted to like. It was just insane. It was a little nauseating. And then there's also another part where Paris Hilton's face falls off, and that's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It was
the
good.
price of admission right there.
Exactly,
Paris
exactly.
Hilton's face falls off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.